Hey Pop-Tarts, today we are making gluten-free peach raspberry crisp. Now these peaches, I'm using 13 of them, and they are a little bit smaller than like the local peaches I normally get, so that's why I'm telling you the number. Now this recipe that I'm going to share with you makes a 9 by 13. If you want to make an 8 by 8, cut this in half. I know I'm normally in front talking to you while I'm making the recipe, but I thought I would try something a little bit different and talk you through it this way via voiceover. But don't worry, I'm still putting that recipe on the screen for you. So all of the crisps, cobblers, even like my lemon bars, my key lime pie bars, all of those things I make gluten-free, or I should say gluten-friendly at the bakery. That way there's always a delicious option that anyone can like, but also then I have something that's gluten-friendly for those who are trying to avoid gluten. Now you can make this not gluten-free just by using regular all-purpose flour. Anyone else hate cutting peaches? They're always sliding away from you. And when I slice them, I like to get as close to the pit as I can so I can get all of that fruit. This one was so juicy. I know it's not even peach season, but like, I love it, okay? And this is a really like fun little twist by adding the tart raspberries in there. And then you've got a little pop, a little textural difference as well. Just wait until you see these flavors, what I do with them with lemonade, iced tea, and slushies, because I think it's gonna be awesome. Go ahead and take your 13 peaches, slice those up, however thick or thin you would like. I kind of like them a medium thickness. When they're too thick, I feel like they don't get done enough. When they're too thin, they get almost crispy and dry. So you gotta find that happy medium. Here they are, all sliced. Beautiful. Now we're gonna add some raspberries. Overall, we're gonna add 12 ounces of raspberries, but we're gonna add 6 right away and hold on to 6. Now I'm going to gently combine these, give them a stir with half a cup of white granulated sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. So what we're just going to do is macerate these. So give them a very gentle stir because you don't want to break up the raspberries too much, and let them sit for about half an hour, 45 minutes, go on about your business. Then they create this delicious syrup that is gonna make them bubble. It's gonna be delicious. It's so good. But I think this is an important step that a lot of recipes don't add. I know it's extra sugar, but it's just a little bit enough to bring out all of those flavors. And that's 1 cup for like 10 cups of fruit. Dump it into your 9 by 13 pan, get every last slice out of there, and spread it out till it's nice and even. And then what I like to do is put the 6 ounces of raspberries that were not macerated in and just give them a little toss in there. Trust me on that. I know it sounds odd, but it's going to be delicious. That will keep those more intact. Now let's make that crisp topping. This is what we all live for. You need 2 sticks of butter. It should be cold because we want to be able to break it up ourselves. 1 cup of gluten-free flour. I use King Arthur's. 1 cup light brown sugar. 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. If you only have quick oats, that is fine too. Then you need 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. I do half a teaspoon of nutmeg, half a teaspoon of salt. Dump that in and then just go in with your hands. Break up that butter, kind of rub your fingers together until you get pieces that are a little bit bigger than pea-sized. And then it's time to sprinkle it over top. So we've got our fruit, and now we're gonna break it up over top. This is so delicious. It's colorful, it's beautiful, it's light. You can serve it with ice cream. You can eat it with nothing. You could put whipped cream on it. Like a vanilla or a cinnamon whipped cream would be delicious, but this is what really features the fruit. When I serve this in the bakery, I put them in little individual like serving cups, and you see all the pretty colors and then that crunchy topping on top as well when you scoop it out, which of course I'll show you. And it's just so pretty, and I just think it brings life. And it is berry season, so you can do all your crisps. They sell great for me anytime. So we're gonna pop this into a 350-degree oven for 35 minutes or until that top is crunchy, but 35 was perfection for me. Set your timer, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is, brown, gorgeous, bubbling, and it smells incredible. This is one to keep on tap for the summer. Here is the finished product. It is still warm, but it's cool enough to scoop into the cups. Here are the cups that I use with a dome lid. So I'm just grabbing a spoon. We're gonna break. I love the first like break of that surface. I don't know why. Look how juicy and delicious it is. We are going to scoop some of that beautifulness into the cup. When I tell you, this smells so good. And I just love the peaches and the raspberries together, that like pretty sunset color mix. I just think it's beautiful. So I did this 9 by 13. Like I said, you can cut this in half if you want to do 8 by 8. Now this is a lot of topping. If you don't like that much topping, cut those down a little bit. But like, I'm a topping girl, so this is gorgeous. Make sure you like, follow, save for more. See you soon.